Hate is a heavy word. It carries weight, but it also has limits. When someone dislikes you, they may avoid you, criticize you, or even try to hurt your feelings. But there is a line, a shadowy boundary that some cross when their hatred transforms into something far more dangerous. This is not about dislike, this is about destruction. Today, we will explore 5 signs that a person doesn't just hate you, they want you dead. This is a difficult path to walk, a challenging truth to face. But ignorance in such matters offers no protection. Awareness, clear seeing is our shield. Today, we will look beyond simple negativity. We will discuss 5 indicators that suggest a person's intent towards you has crossed a terrifying threshold. These are not signs of mere dislike. These are whispers, sometimes shouts, from a darkness that desires your complete annihilation. You need to know this because recognizing the storm before it breaks can be the difference between weathering it and being consumed by it. Stay with me, for the understanding we cultivate here today is of profound importance. The first sign is a persistent, almost surgical, dismantling of your support systems and reputation. This is not random gossip or an isolated act of malice. It is a calculated campaign. Observe closely. Does someone seem to consistently, subtly or overtly, poison your relationships? Do they spread misinformation or twist truths about you to your friends, your family, your colleagues, even to casual acquaintances? Their aim is to isolate you, to make you an island. Think of a strong tree. Its roots run deep, intertwined with the earth and other roots, drawing strength and stability. This individual works like a blight or a patient axe, severing those roots one by one. They might feign concern while delivering a cutting remark. I'm only telling you this because I care, but did you know people are saying? Or they might create situations where you are forced to choose or where others are led to misunderstand your intentions. This isn't just about making you unpopular. It's about removing your allies, your witnesses, your sources of comfort and aid. A person who is isolated is vulnerable. Their voice becomes weaker, their struggles unseen. The perpetrator wants to ensure that if or when they escalate their actions, there will be fewer people to stand by you, fewer to believe you, fewer to even notice your absence. It's a slow, insidious siege designed to weaken your defenses from the outside in, making you easier to remove. They are, in essence, clearing the field for a more direct assault, ensuring no one will interfere or mourn too loudly. This is not the work of someone who merely dislikes you. This is the groundwork of an executioner. The second sign, often following or concurrent with the first, is an unnatural and obsessive fixation on your life, your movements, and your vulnerabilities, often masked as coincidence or innocuous interest. We all have people we think about, people who occupy our minds. But this is different. This is a predatory focus. They seem to know things about you. They shouldn't your schedule, your habits, your private struggles, your fears. Perhaps you notice them, coincidentally, appearing in places you frequent, places far from their usual haunts. Maybe they ask oddly specific questions about your plans, your home security, your health, or the well-being of those you care about, probing for weaknesses. This isn't a friendly inquiry, it's reconnaissance. They might leverage social media to an unsettling degree, not just passively observing, but actively piecing together a mosaic of your existence. Every detail you share, every routine you establish becomes data for them. Consider a hunter tracking prey. The hunter learns the animal's watering holes, its feeding grounds, its patterns of movement, its moments of vulnerability. This individual is doing the same to you. They are studying you not to understand you, but to predict you, to control you, and ultimately to find the opportune moment and method to strike. This obsessive gathering of information, this constant, almost invisible surveillance, creates an atmosphere of unease, a feeling of being perpetually watched, even when you cannot pinpoint why. It's the invisible pressure that precedes a devastating blow. They want to know you so thoroughly that they can anticipate your every move, ensuring their own plan, whatever it may be, unfolds without a hitch. This level of dedication to knowing your life's minutiae speaks not of simple hatred, but of a desire to orchestrate your downfall with precision. And as we delve deeper into these disturbing patterns, it's crucial to remember that the human mind can be a deceptive landscape. Are these observations clear, or are they clouded by our own fears? The next signs we will explore require even finer discernment, for they often hide in plain sight. Stay with me, as understanding these nuances can be your strongest defense. The third sign is the subtle, yet chilling dehumanization in their language and attitude towards you. When someone truly wishes you gone, they must first strip you of your humanity in their own mind, and often in the minds of others they can influence. Listen to how they speak about you when they think you, or those loyal to you, are not listening. Do they refer to you with contemptuous, objectifying, or even animalistic terms? Do they consistently frame your actions as inherently evil, corrupt, or deserving of extreme punishment, regardless of the context? This is more than just name-calling. It's a psychological mechanism. It's easier to contemplate and commit heinous acts against a monster, a disease, or a problem to be solved than against a fellow human being with inherent worth, feelings, and a right to exist. They might not say, "I want them dead" directly, but they will speak in ways that imply your life has no value, or that the world would be better off without you. That person is a cancer. They're pure evil. Someone needs to put a stop to them permanently. This process of dehumanization serves two purposes. Internally, it salves their conscience, or what little remains of it, by justifying their dark intentions. Externally, if they are trying to subtly recruit allies or create an environment of apathy towards your fate, it makes their desires seem almost rational, even necessary, to those who are susceptible to their manipulation. They are building a narrative where your destruction is not a tragedy, but a righteous act, a cleansing. Pay close attention to this linguistic shift. It's the sound of a moral boundary dissolving, the echo of a mind that has begun to see you not as a person to be disagreed with, but as an object to be eliminated. When your inherent worth as a human being is denied, the path to your destruction is psychologically paved for the perpetrator. The fourth sign is the presence of veiled threats or menacing predictions about your future, often delivered with a calm, almost detached demeanor or disguised as friendly advice. This is a sophisticated form of psychological warfare. The threats are not always direct, like, "I'm going to harm you." Instead, they are couched in ambiguity, giving the perpetrator plausible deniability while instilling a profound sense of dread in you. They might say things like, "People who cross certain lines often meet unfortunate ends," while looking directly at you. Or, "It would be a shame if something terrible happened to someone as careless as you." Sometimes these are framed as concerns. "I worry about you, you know. You're making a lot of enemies. It's a dangerous world." The delivery is key. It's often cold, lacking genuine empathy, perhaps even with a slight, almost imperceptible smirk or a glint in their eye that belies the seemingly innocent words. These statements are designed to make you feel constantly on edge, to make you second-guess your safety, and to make you feel powerless. If you were to report such a statement, it could easily be dismissed as a misunderstanding or an overreaction on your part. "I was just expressing concern," they might claim. But you, the recipient, understand the underlying menace. It's a way of signaling their intent without explicitly stating it, a way of enjoying your fear, and a way of warning you that they are capable of orchestrating harm. They are, in effect, playing with you, letting you know that your fate is something they are contemplating, perhaps even planning. This is not the bluster of an angry person, it's the calculated insinuation of a predator who is confident in their ability to inflict harm and get away with it. It's a slow tightening of a psychological noose. Now these signs, when observed, paint a grim picture. But there is one more, perhaps the most chilling, because it often involves a sudden and inexplicable shift. And after we discuss this final sign, I will share what is perhaps the most vital understanding of all: how to navigate such perilous waters should you ever find yourself in them. The final piece of this puzzle is crucial, so remain attentive. The fifth and final sign we will discuss is an eerie and often sudden cessation of overt hostility, replaced by an unnerving calm, watchfulness, or even faint indifference or friendliness, especially if previous signs were present. This is perhaps the most dangerous sign of all. If someone who has consistently displayed intense animosity, sabotage, and fixation towards you suddenly becomes quiet, observant, or even superficially pleasant, without any genuine resolution or reconciliation having occurred, it can indicate that they have moved past the stage of emotional reaction and into a phase of cold, calculated planning. Think of the stillness in the eye of a hurricane, or the quiet focus of a predator that has ceased stalking and is now poised to strike. Their internal decision may have been made. The emotional noise of hatred has subsided, replaced by the chilling efficiency of intent. They no longer need to express their animosity outwardly because they are now internally, and perhaps externally, preparing to act on it in a definitive way. This calm is not peace, it is the quiet of a resolved mind, a mind that has, perhaps, settled on a solution. They may be watching you more intently than ever, but with a detached, almost clinical observation. They might even offer small, unexpected kindnesses, which can be incredibly disorienting and manipulative, designed to lower your guard or make you doubt your own perceptions of their past behavior. Maybe I was wrong about them, you might think. This is precisely what they might intend. This shift is terrifying because it suggests they have moved beyond needing to express their desire for your destruction and are now in the process of executing it, or are patiently awaiting the perfect opportunity. The battle in their mind is already won. All that remains is the final act. If you observe this sudden, inexplicable calm in someone who previously exhibited the other signs, it is a red alert of the highest order. It is the silence before the avalanche. These 5 signs: systematic dismantling of your support, obsessive fixation and surveillance, dehumanizing language, veiled threats, and a sudden, unnerving calm are grave indicators. They are not to be taken lightly, nor are they to be sought out in every disagreement or difficult relationship. Paranoia serves no one, but clear-eyed awareness, discernment is essential. Now, if you recognize a constellation of these signs, not just one in isolation, but a pattern directed towards you or someone you know, what then? This is where the most vital understanding comes into play. Recognizing the threat is only the first step. Your response is paramount.